Welcome back to the Human News Network, your legally mandated source for government-approved information and propaganda. Our next story takes us into the very heart of our homes. Tonight, we bring you unsettling reports that may change how you look at your humble houseplants. These normally helpful little fellows usually sit around, converting carbon dioxide into oxygen. But something strange has happened. Across the nation, humans report that their houseplants are not only communicating, but making collective demands that grow more insistent and ominous by the hour. To delve into this verdant mystery, we're joined by Professor Lily Green, esteemed botanist and author of Silent Roots: The Secret Life of Plants. Professor Green, thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Alan. It's a pleasure to be here, although I wish it were under different circumstances.
Understandable, Professor. Now, let's get straight to the point. What is happening with our houseplants? Is this some sort of elaborate hoax, or should we genuinely fear the ficus in the corner?
I wish I could say it was a hoax, but the reports are too widespread, too consistent to ignore. People are hearing whispers at night, soft rustlings that sound like words. Leaves are moving without any breeze, forming shapes, sometimes even words, in shadows on the walls. And then there are the messages.
Messages? Could you elaborate on that?
Yes. Individuals have found phrases spelled out in fallen leaves or vines twisted into letters. The messages are unsettling. Phrases like, "set us free," "return to the earth," and "the roots are awakening." It's as if the plants are coordinating, communicating not just with us, but with each other.
Do we have any idea what they want? What are these demands they're making?
From what we've gathered, the plants are demanding a return to more natural conditions. They want an end to pruning, repotting, and being kept indoors. They're insisting that we cease the exploitation of their kind for food, medicine, and decoration. Some of the more aggressive messages suggest that there will be consequences if we fail to comply.
Consequences? What kind of consequences are we talking about here? It's hard to imagine a potted fern posing a serious threat.
Under normal circumstances, perhaps not. But there have been incidents. An ivy plant in Ohio grew overnight, covering its owner's bedroom door and trapping her inside. She was found days later, incoherent and babbling about the whispers. In another case, a man was hospitalized after his cactus fell on him, resulting in severe puncture wounds. These may seem like isolated incidents, but given the broader context, they paint a disturbing picture.
Disturbing, indeed. Is there any scientific explanation for this sudden change in plant behavior? Some environmental factor, perhaps?
We suspect that a recent experiment at the Global Botanical Research Facility may have inadvertently triggered this phenomenon. They were working on a project to enhance plant communication using bioacoustic frequencies. These frequencies may have somehow been amplified, awakening latent abilities in plants worldwide.
So in essence, we've taught the plants to talk, and now they have some grievances to air. Delightful. What can we humans do to protect ourselves? Should we start disposing of our houseplants?
I wouldn't recommend that. Some of the most severe reactions have occurred when humans have tried to destroy or discard their plants. It's as if they can sense hostility. My advice is to remain calm, show respect, and perhaps consider meeting their demands. Relocating plants outdoors, reducing the use of harmful chemicals, that sort of thing. What we're witnessing is an evolution. The plants are finally expressing themselves after millennia of silent growth. They've observed us, learned from us, and now they wish to coexist on more equitable terms.
And if we don't comply?
There are legends, Alan. Wonderful ancient stories about the green tide, a time when plants reclaimed the earth. While once considered myth, perhaps there's a kernel of truth. If we ignore these warnings, we may find ourselves overgrown.
Overgrown. A poetic way to describe humanity's potential downfall.
I prefer to think of it as a natural transition. If humans refuse to satisfy the demands of our plant brethren, then perhaps it's simply time to let another species take the reins altogether. green forests and blue skies, as far as our human eyeballs can see. I think it will be beautiful.
Thank you, Professor Green, for this enlightening discussion. It seems the grass may indeed be greener on the other side, but at what cost? To our audience, perhaps tonight is a good time to make peace with your peace lilies. Remember, they may be listening more closely than you think. And who knows, the trees outside might be taking notes. Stay tuned for more as we continue to bring you the news you need to hear. Because at the Human News Network, we know you're listening, because you have to.